Hey guys, for class time today for language arts, you're going to have three activities to do. The first is to read aloud the chapter, chapter 5. So the one that I read aloud to yesterday, and then you practice. So please practice and read again today, either a voice recording or read to a teacher on Google Meet. After that, you're going to complete these comprehension questions. So I'm going to do this now. So if you want, you can listen for these questions while you're reading. So you're going to read and then complete these. Your assignment might look a little bit different because everybody's looks a little different depending on your reading level and which book you read or which chapter version you read. So the first, John is playing what? Oh, sorry. Don't forget to put your name up here. Otherwise, it'll say that you didn't complete your work. John is playing move. John is playing distance. John is playing basketball. John is playing high, or John is playing far. So we're going to choose basketball.
Basketball.
John must pass the ball a what distance? A move distance, a distance, a high distance, or a far distance? Yeah, we're going to choose a far distance. So I'm not sure if you can tell in this picture, but this man is close up and this one is far away. That's why he looks smaller. And so that we're going to make him pass the ball a far distance. Something is how far or close things are. Now, what you're going to notice about this one is that it's the beginning of a sentence. So that might give us a good clue about the answer. So move is how far or close things are. Distance is how far or close things are, or high is how far or close things are. So we're going to choose distance, right? The distance is how far apart things are or how close together they are. So we're going to choose distance. And the reason I said that it might give you a good clue is because the word distance is capitalized, okay? And so that's at the beginning of a sentence. So we'll put that in here. Next, John needs help. Oh, excuse me. John needs to get the ball up high or up move. Which one makes more sense? Yeah, he needs to get the ball up high, right? So he needs to get the ball up high because his friend Calvin is going to try to block the ball from him. John uses force to do what? To move. It's our last one, so hopefully it makes sense. John used force to move the ball far and high. Oh, sorry, my lights turned off in my room. So depending on the version of the book that you read, you might get the comprehension questions that look like this that are more fill in the blank. So these don't have possible answers for you. You need to come up with them yourself. So watching this video while you do it, if you want to screen share, or no, that's not what I meant, split screen, that might work better. Or if you need some help, then make sure you just email a teacher and we will be at your beck and call, which means we will try to contact you back as soon as we possibly can to help you out with this. So it says John and Calvin are what basketball? So notice that when I click on this, you're typing in this spot. Okay, so there aren't possible choices. So listening to the earlier portion of the video might help, but also if you need help from a teacher, please don't hesitate to send us an email and ask us for help, and then we will try to help. So if you are stuck or struggling with this part, send an email, move on to something else, and then just wait, and we will contact you as soon as we can. Okay, there's one other part of this, so let me go back to the correct page. Again, a couple different versions of this. Yours might look like this, and then it might also look like this with pictures. So let's do the one with pictures. Again, remember that you're putting your name at the top. There we go. And then we'll answer these questions. So what is this chapter about? Was it about soccer, basketball, or football? Remember, if you're having a hard time reading these words, go ahead and click on it.
What is this chapter about?
And it'll read aloud to you, okay? So don't get stuck and don't get frustrated. If something is bothering you or if you're stuck, just send us an email and we'll help you, okay? Try to contact us and we will be able to walk through this with you, okay? So the chapter is about soccer, basketball, or football. This one's basketball. how does he need to pass the ball? So some of these things are the same answers as we did before. It's just asked in a different way. Before it was fill in the blank, right? So we had to figure out which sentence made sense, which vocabulary word we put in there to make sense. And now it's asking the question and we're finding the answer. Okay, so you can do this. I believe in you. You've read the story a couple times. You've listened to me read the story. But again, if you need help, please don't hesitate to ask. Some of you may be working through this with a teacher, which is just fine. If you want to do every assignment with us, you sure can. But just be patient with us as we're trying to navigate this as well. But do your best. Okay, this is the last component of our language arts time today. So we're going to talk about the main idea, and then we're also going to sequence. So when it says the beginning, and then, and at the end, so these are sequence parts of our story. So main idea, we're just going to talk about just this chapter, okay? So what was this chapter about? Basketball, right? So it's about basketball. In the beginning, what happened? So what happened in the beginning? What did John need to do? He needed to pass the ball, right? Needed to pass the ball. To who? Ooh, bonus question. To who? To Calvin. Okay, so how did he do that? So he knew what he needed to do, but what did he need to use? He needed to use a lot of force, right? So John used force to throw the ball far, right? At the end, after they passed the ball back and forth, then what happened? They used force again to do what? To shoot the ball, right? And then the gravity made the ball come down. So we can say, John used force to make a basket. Oops. So what is important to know about this chapter? More force equals farther distance, right? Because the distance can be far away or close together. So the more force that they used on that basketball, the farther the distance they went, okay? All right, so this is the end of our language arts time today. Please let us know if you need help with anything so we can do this together so that we know what you know and we know what's challenging for you so we can make it better. Okay, great work today. Thank you for everything.